Brooke Marie Ennius, and I am excited to share my story with you today. When I was going into my senior year of my college career, getting my degree in chemistry and molecular biology, I had an internship lined up at one of the top medical schools for the summer. I thought I was going to be a doctor, a pediatrician actually. It was a dream that I had since I was a child. And I remember that summer so vividly because it was a summer that changed my life. I was sitting in my apartment and I was just kind of praying and meditating and asking God, okay, what am I supposed to be doing next? And he stopped me vividly in my tracks and he told me to turn to Galatians 1:10. Galatians 1:10 says, if you are a people pleaser, if you are a servant of people, then you're no longer my servant. You got to choose. Either you're going to please people or you're going to choose me. And he said, Brooke, I didn't design you to be a doctor. And I remember so vividly that moment because tears just began to stream down my eyes. And the dream that I thought that I had since I was a little girl was for me. I learned really quickly that it wasn't. The only clue that I had at that moment, the only purpose clue that I had was that I would work and speak to the lives of millions of women and girls around the world. So fast forward just a little bit, months went down the road and I remember it being such a lonely place. I decided not to go to medical school. I still went ahead and finished my degree. And I remembered it just being so lonely, just trying to figure out what to do next. And in those intimate times of being alone with God were some of the best moments of my life. I came to realize who I was. I came to realize that there was some healing that I needed in my heart. I came to realize even more clearly what that scripture meant. And that was simply that I couldn't please people with my life. It had to be a dedication unto him. And during that time is where I had my best fourth element experiences with him. He began to reveal to me things about myself that I didn't even realize. Bit by bit, he just began to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. So many years later, this is what it looked like for me. I began to speak and at many different places, actually. Many doors open for me to speak. And to this day, I've spoken on many major platforms, sharing my story, but also what's been so incredible that as a result of me saying yes and simply trusting God with my life, I have been able to launch businesses that I didn't even realize were in me. I've written 5 different books and I've traveled and spoke on many major platforms to the lives of women and girls. Exactly what he said I would be doing is what I'm doing today. But what's most important to me is that I've formed a relationship with him so that I'm not working or living my life trying to please people. It's never about the outside in for me. I live a very inside outside life where it's confidence that simply comes from knowing that I'm his. As a result of that, I've worked with many girls, training them in preparation for pageantry. And I've trained the past 2 Miss USAs. Can you imagine that? Going from saying yes and kind of going away from what I thought my purpose was to really saying yes to what his purpose is for my life has opened doors for me beyond my imagination. It's incredible to live a life of faith. It's incredible to simply be obedient as you hear different purpose clues from God. And it's incredible to experience the fourth element.